All right, I'm gonna say something that's gonna just piss you off, okay?
That I'm a gold digger because I'm dating you.
What did you say?
It's really sad.
I have an idea. Let's get in a first fight right now.
Woo! This is something that the entire world needs to hear. I want to look at your butt cheeks.
How could something so small be so stinky?
Maxx could date any girl he wanted to.
Why? Explain.
Not really.
What?
Women shouldn't have their own ideas or goals.
What?
It's really sad.
You know why? Because dicks are ugly.
That is not even true.
Wait, you've had relationships before me? I love you so effing hard.
Like, please leave me alone. Like, I don't like it.
Tell me what you find sexy about me.
I honestly don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Don't Be Sour for an extra special Halloween spooky edition. Oh, and this is episode number 24 with our first ever returning guest all the way from Gotham. We have Batwoman man girl, my beautiful girlfriend, Taylor Kessler. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. That was really good.
Did you like that? You didn't even know I was going to do that.
I was not mentally prepared for it, but it was really good.
Did you like that was my best Joker impersonation.
As a Batman enthusiast, I think you did a great job.
Do you know how I got these scars?
Yeah, I had a stick in
You know what's crazy about these scars, though?
Yeah.
They remind me that the past is real. You know?
I mean, the past is real.
Yeah. To start this super spooky special, which is essentially the same as the normal, but costumes, we are gonna drink some blood from the syringes.
Cheers.
And these are definitely not Mio-filled tequila shots.
I hate it.
It got everywhere. Is it on my white paint?
No.
All right, Batman. Welcome back to the show. Now, it has been... What?
I'm just imagining what that scene's gonna look like. Okay, I was like really close to this and I was like...
Don't clip it. It has been 4 months since our last episode.
Yeah.
A lot has changed in the 4 months, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what's going, before we dive into like what's changed with us, tell us people what's new with you. Tell them they haven't heard from you in a while.
I mean, I had just started working for my job now, which is social media for Shaftel Jewelers. So if you guys need any rings or jewelry, hit me up.
I'm gonna need some rings and jewelry at some point.
Oh, Danny already knows. Danny knows what I want. He's my boss. He knows exactly what I want. So he's just waiting for the call. But just that, modeling full time. I just moved into a beautiful house that has a Ken and dog named Dude. It's great. We're together.
Yeah.
That's really not, there's nothing that's like changed.
You've been doing the damn thing.
I've been so busy.
Yeah.
I'm like exhausted.
And, you know, assuming people, you need to go back and watch the first episode, but a short little background. Taylor is Miss Texas USA 2020.
I am Miss Texas USA 2020.
Woo!
Woo!
Who'd have thought that you'd go from being a pageant winner to someone that stops crime on a nightly basis?
Vengeance. Because they would never see it coming.
They would.
They would not. They would not know that it would be me. Here we are.
That's true. Now, why don't we get to us, because a lot has changed in the past 4 months. When we filmed our first one, it was in June?
Yeah. And
we had just celebrated our 6-month anniversary.
Oh my God.
And what's special about this day, October 31st, this is going up, that is the first date that Taylor and I went on, was October 31st.
It was a very special day for us. Halloween is the best holiday, well, besides Christmas. But I got to spend it with you. We drank margaritas for 4 hours.
That's good.
It's great. It was so good. But that's how we knew we were meant to be together, is that neither one of us wanted to leave.
I know. I to be honest, I don't think you could ever leave me. That's how much I love you, Taylor. I would stick my hand with a knife through the table.
Are you okay? Dude, don't lick that.
Is that edible?
No.
I mean, it's real blood, so I mean, of course it's edible. Well, I'm gonna put a handprint of my notes. Now it's like we're together forever, but we moved in together.
We did move in together.
Blood brothers.
Blood.
Did you ever do that as I don't know, when I was a kid?
Cut my hand and be like, we're blood sisters and brothers forever.
You would cut yourself.
Yeah, no.
And as a kid, I don't know, it was really dumb. And then you'd like transfer blood.
That's how diseases spread.
Yeah,
Max.
it seems in hindsight, that probably wasn't my best move back in the day from like little Billy. But I mean, I feel like in fourth grade, like no one has any like life. I feel, I don't know.
I'm not swapping blood with anybody.
Yeah, at any age. But
that's weird.
If you're going to do it, probably second grade is probably the peak of when that's like good time.
How did you even cut yourself at second grade?
I don't know. You'd use like
you take your kid scissors and be like,
let there be blood.
I don't know. I was weird. I actually used to carve my name into my arm I'd take a mechanical pencil and I'd go like that, and I would like go like this because
you need to talk to somebody?
You could literally like dig in your skin and then it would leave a scar.
What is wrong with you?
I have like an M on my forearm.
That's
and then I started going backwards, and then I realized how dumb it was, and I got to like A. So I have like an M and an A kind of on there.
Who is she?
It's kind of like Maxx, but then I was like, why am I going backwards? And then I was like, I'm gonna get lead poisoning.
There was like a thing at one point that we did where we would take staples and like open a staple and like we would draw like a heart on our hands. It was like a Tumblr thing.
Wow, you were a badass back then.
Yeah, I was.
I'm over here like putting scars on my arm and transferring blood. She's like, we would make hearts with staples.
I never did it, but like girls I knew would like scratch hearts into their wrist, like their hand right here.
What?
And I was like, I don't like needles. I don't like things like that. So I was like, I don't know if I want to take that.
Did you ever pierce your own body as a kid?
All the time. I still do.
What?
My ears.
You put like an apple or something behind it. What?
No.
You numb it up with ice?
No, you just straight needle. You clean the needle, put it on fire first, then you straight needle to the ear. Or you're smart and you go to like a beauty store, like a beauty supply store.
Like a Claire's.
Yeah, but they can do that for you. But you go to like Sally's Beauty and they have piercing guns. And I used to have a piercing gun. And I used to pierce like my entire car.
You're such a rule follower. I'm talking about doing it on the playground at school and shoving a needle through my ear.
Not in school.
I was super spooky back then.
That's just
enough of these childhood weird things we used to do. We're living together now.
Woo!
I know. Tell me how you liking it. How you liking living with me?
I love it. I mean, we were always together, and I was living out of a suitcase because I was always with you, or I would be traveling. And so now it's good to just be able to come home to the person I love most, dude.
Okay.
Just kidding. No, it's good to come home to you too. It's like whenever I have a stressful day, like it's our time to just like be chill, calm, and have each other.
Here's the question that I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
And a lot of people have wanted to know. Did you have a home before you lived here at my house? Because
I lived in a cave.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You would hang upside down at night.
Yeah.
But
I lived in a cave.
Where did you live before you lived with me?
Katy, Texas.
And you lived with your sister?
My sissy poo.
In an apartment?
In an apartment in Katy.
Here's something.
I'm not going to tell you guys where our address is, but it's like Cinco Ranch area.
I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm just going to give you the specific location.
I mean, yeah, but you won't be able to find it. There's a lot of apartments.
It's not a lot of apartments. Ours is a gated one. There's a 7-Eleven right on the corner there, but I'm not going to tell you where it is. But across the street, there's a Chick-fil-A. Yeah, but not a 7-Eleven, but it is gated. Why did you, Taylor, you never invited me ever in our history of dating to come over to your house?
I know. I don't know.
Should I be... Did you really live with your sister?
I did live with my sister.
I've never asked your sister if you lived with her.
You can ask her. You can call her and ask her.
As soon as she's going to go, Rachel, don't.
I don't know. There's no reason.
Why do you never invite me over?
I don't know, because it's a small 2-bedroom apartment, barely fit us two.
And I had like a house.
Yeah. You would have never wanted to. Here's the thing. You would have been like, no, just come over to my house. Like, we're already here. We're already working out in Alpha Land. Like, come. You would have given me some reason not to.
You know, in hindsight, I think about it. When my last girlfriend, which was like forever ago, I never wanted to go stay at her house. I was always just come to my house. And in this world, I never even had to get into the thing, like the argument of like you never come to my, like, we always go to your house.
I mean, I also think it's like weird.
I win.
Yeah, but it's also like, it's like it's a small apartment. Like it's my sister and I. Like it would be strange to have like you and dude and me and my sister. Like
Yeah, because where I go, dude goes.
yeah, like it would just like be all of us in one space. Like it didn't make sense.
What did your sister think when you're like?
She's like,
are you ever gonna come back? Because you would
she's
just
like,
stay
get the hell out of here.
Because Taylor would stay at my house
For like 8 days.
I go back and forth of like talking to the people and talking to you. You would stay at my house for just like extended periods of time.
Yeah.
Right? You would just bring like a little suitcase.
Well, it's like, it was always the fact that like I was always leaving to Dallas and I'd be gone. I'd see you for 2 days and then I'd leave for Dallas for like 2 or 3 days.
To go do modeling jobs.
To model.
Supposedly. First, she doesn't invite me to her house. Now, who knows what goes on in Dallas?
You literally see me behind the scenes of what I'm doing. You're really scaring me with that
I know.
face. God bless America. But no, like I would be with you for 2-3 days. Then I would leave for 2-3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then what would happen? I'd miss you and you'd be like, when are you coming over? And I'd come back.
I know. You make me look like a little simp.
You're not a simp. Like we just hadn't seen each other in 3 days. I love you. We hadn't seen each other in 3 days. So like the first thing that we do is like, we'll go get dinner or we'll work out together. So it's like, I was always like gone for 3 days and then I'm back for 3 days and I'm living out of a suitcase.
You moved in I asked you at around the 8-month mark.
Yeah.
Now, I've said this on my YouTube channel a lot that I went through a period, I went through a mindset where I was like, a year. It has to be a year. I've never lived with someone of the opposite sex. Never lived.
Yeah.
So I just like, in my head, I was like, it has to be a year. That's before when you actually know someone, whatever. But at the 8-month mark, I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask this lovely girl to never leave again.
Well, it was very nice of you. I did not expect it. I wanted you to ask me because I was with you 24/7.
Let me ask you, if I had asked you earlier than that, would you have moved in?
Yeah.
How early would you have moved in if I had asked you?
Probably 6 months.
At 4 months? 4 months you wouldn't have moved in?
No.
You lying to me?
I don't know. 'Cause you didn't ask me then.
I think you would have moved in at like 3 months. Let me ask you this. You've lived with boyfriends in the past?
Not really. I don't know how to describe it.
Wait, you've had relationships before me?
No.
Okay. So you've never lived with... explain that. I guess here's a better question. What's the earliest you've ever moved in with a guy?
I don't know.
8 months. Maxx tuning, ladies and gentlemen.
I wouldn't say like I technically lived with the other guys.
What?
I dated. I wouldn't say I technically lived with them. There's like a lot of, I don't want to go into like my past relationships.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
trash. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, everyone before me sucked. I trust me. I know. I know. I'm the coolest thing ever. Okay, let me ask this: since we've lived together, how do you think it's been? I mean, I think there's a difference of spending a lot of time with someone,
Yeah.
and then we just never leaving. Like it's like we wake up together.
Yeah.
We kind of
don't
have our time apart during the day, and then
Yeah.
we are there together. How do you like? I guess like my home habits. What do you think?
The only thing that bothers me is the fact that you don't shut cabinets.
I don't shut cabinets.
But that's okay. I'm willing to sacrifice myself of having to shut all the cabinets for the rest of our lives together. I'm not worried about that. But nothing's changed. Everyone's like, you'll see how each other really are. And people are going to listen to this and be like, oh, like you guys have only been living with each other for 2-3 months. No, I mean, we see how each other are already and nothing's changed. We do have our time apart, which is great. Like you still have your own life. I still have my own life. Like we do our separate things at some points, but it hasn't changed anything. We don't fight. We don't get frustrated. At least I don't know if you do, but
I think it's nice that we have our time apart during the day and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I go to work, Taylor goes to work, or she's traveling. Usually it's almost like once a week
I'm gone
in Dallas, leaving me.
Dude, I'm gone for like 2-3 days at a time. And so it's like one of the things I knew that you were worried about, like when we were moving into like it together, would be like, I knew you were scared that
I've never been scared in my entire life.
Liar. You were worried that we would be spending too much time together because you like your alone time. I like my alone time. But that time that I'm traveling and I'm gone, you have your alone time. So it kind of works out.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever I want to play like Fortnite or anything, Taylor's
don't
like,
say anything.
when I go to Dallas, you can play. Don't even think about playing video games
That
when I'm
is
here.
not even true. I literally let you sit there. You think you're so funny. I let
am
you
funny.
sit there and play whatever video games you want to play. And I will read, watch TikTok, watch House of Dragons if I missed an episode or so. And I catch up on my things.
Taylor you can literally watch TikTok for days.
It's really sad. But I say it's research and development.
Have you ever gotten to the point? I think there's a point on TikTok where it'll go like, hey.
No, I have not gotten to that point.
I think it's at a certain amount of hours, like it'll tell you, it'll be like, hey, you sure you want to? Yeah, it's kind of like the Netflix. Like, are you still here? And you're like, hey, let me decide if I'm being a waste of space. Okay.
I'm not being a waste of space, but no.
That's how I feel when the Netflix things come. Are you still watching? It's like, yes. I'm on the 8th episode.
What's funny is like it asks you that after 3 episodes. That's like what it's supposed to ask you as. And I'm like,
can you turn off that heater? I am burning up over here. Taylor has the heater on because she's not wearing any pants.
I'm wearing a dress.
It's so hot.
I'm not getting any of it.
I'm in a dang suit.
I'm sorry.
Let me ask you, so how has life changed since you've moved in? Because I feel like, before you met me, your life was obviously different. And now that we spend so much time together, I think your life is drastically different because you were doing something throughout the day and the weekends, whatever. And now you're hanging out with, me and, the people that,
to be honest, I like to be alone a lot. I was very much a loner, but I was hanging out with my girlfriends. I would hang out with Paige and Mona more. There was a stint where Mona and I were single together, and it was a good time.
Just savages.
We weren't savages, but like we had both gone through a breakup at the same time. Both kind of went through the same similar situation, so we understand each other very well, and we were just having fun. And it was something that I never got to do before, so it was much needed. But I definitely like to be the person that like hangs out at home. I love a good Sunday clean, just like a reset day.
Yeah.
And it's really fun with you.
Has anything of your thoughts about me changed since living together? Of like,
no, nothing between us has changed in my book, at least. I don't know about you. It making me nervous.
No,
little nervy girl.
No, it's great.
No, I think we've gotten closer. I think we've always been very serious about each other.
Why so serious?
See, I was waiting for that. We've always been very serious about each other. We knew we wanted each other in our future, but this is just kind of a step towards that. It's deepened our connection. It's kind of put us on the path of like, we do want to have a family one day. Like I consider you and Dude my closest family at this point, besides like my parents, obviously. But
besides my family, you're like my closest family.
No, but you are my family. Like you are my main set of support and love. And it's good to feel that because I've never felt that before. I've never been with somebody that loves as hard and as heavy as I love. And you give me that.
What?
Yeah.
Whenever I hear from anyone of like how good they're in a relationship or you say like about how happy, I'm like, what like relationships were y'all in that would, like, because I feel like I'm such like a normal person. Like I'm just doing normal things and giving normal affection, and then you're like you're.
I never.
Wow, you're like you're so lovey, and I'm like I'm just being normal.
I've never received love that way. Everybody I've always loved harder, or they couldn't love to the same limits that I loved. They may have loved me, but I think I wouldn't even say that. I don't think they were in love with the idea of me. They weren't in love with me.
I love you so effing hard.
I love you so effing hard too.
Okay. And to be honest, like I was kind of nervous because, well, I guess I wasn't really nervous. I keep saying I never lived with anyone. I never even got to that point because my longest relationship, we're about to hit the longest relationship. Like a year is like the most I've ever dated anyone. But I was also like really, really young. And then I started working on my businesses. But I was kind of afraid like when living with someone, it was going to change my like day to day, because a lot of times I do like being by myself.
Yeah.
I do like, and I'm not even doing anything. I just like, but I don't like, it's like I don't want to talk to anyone, but not because I'm like depressed or angry. It's just like, I don't want to exude the energy to speak.
You want to turn it off. And I'm the same way. Like what I do my life is very like extroverted. I have to be extroverted, even though I'm an introverted person. I like to say I'm an extroverted introvert. So when I'm done modeling, when I'm done with my day, when I'm done shooting, I just want to turn off. And you're the same way. And it's like, what's great about us is that we can be with each other, but we don't have to talk to each other 24/7. Like we can sit next to each other and just like enjoy each other's company, and we don't have to be chatting. Like it's not awkward. It's not strange. It's just you and I spending time together. And so nothing makes me happier than working out, going home, making dinner, and literally sitting on the couch with you and dude for like an hour or so, watching a TV show, movie, whatever it is, and just like disconnecting from our world.
What do you think are some weird quirks about me that you found since living with me? Or what are things that maybe you're like, Arr.
Nothing frustrates me.
Go ahead, be honest with me.
No, I'm like dead serious. Nothing bothers me as of yet. Obviously, we still have time to like learn each other, but
what you see is what you get. I mean, if
it's nothing really too much. It's just like your weird shower habits. Like we don't shower. We don't shower together. We'll never shower together.
Look, no,
he will not lock the doors, but he shuts the door, so he doesn't even want to see me to see him in the shower.
Okay. No, we need. This needs to be a whole segment. I'm going to clip this. Here is why I don't like showering.
You do your time. It's your time, but there's sometimes I want to just like a quick little shower with you.
But I don't. I think it's weird. Like, but especially for like guys, there's nothing sexy about a naked dude. There's lots flopping around. It's not a good time.
That's what you think, but women are different.
I don't think so. You know how like girls are like, no girl wants a dick pic?
Yeah.
You know why? Because dicks are ugly.
You have a pretty
Thanks.
I'm like, everybody I know that's going to watch this and hear me say that are going to be like, Taylor.
When I go to shower, Taylor's always laying on the bed. And the way that my shower got designed, now in the next home, I'll make sure this doesn't happen. But unless the bathroom doors are closed, there's these double doors. If you're laying on the bed, you have a direct eyesight with the shower. Well, and I'm just standing there with my butt cheeks out.
Maybe I want to look at your butt cheeks.
No, because I feel like I'm like weird with the shower because I take see my
like Hercules of a man.
Hercules.
Let me see it.
I take like 30-minute showers and I just stand there.
I know you do.
I literally just stand there in the shower because that's where I get my thinking done. I like playing.
He makes lists on the windows.
I do. I draw on the glass.
I giggle every time I walk in there. I like try to read it.
And with showering, it's like unless you're like Maxx, we're about to get it on or something like that. In no world is it effective and efficient to shower with multiple people. The water. Like I'm gonna be cold or you're gonna be cold. We gotta be shifting around. It doesn't make sense.
That's why you have multiple shower heads.
I think that's weird. It's like, why can't showering just be for one person?
Everyone let me know down below, is it weird to shower with your significant other?
I don't think it's weird to shower. I just think that like every shower doesn't need to be.
I'm not saying every shower.
No, she's always like, I want to get in. I want to get in.
It's not true. We've showered twice together.
I know.
2 times.
And the whole time I'm like,
yeah,
can you wash my back? Can you wash my back?
Yeah, it's so strange. I don't understand it. But that's the only thing. What about me? What do you think? Are there anything that like bothers you about me?
How much time you got? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There is one thing. Taylor cannot watch a movie without being on her phone. And it's crazy because like during the movie, we're not talking.
No.
Right? But I want like the experience of the movie together to be like our thing. And Taylor's like checking Instagram in the middle of while we're watching a Netflix series.
As a woman, I can multitask. But maybe it's a movie that really feels like a movie.
You can do a lot of things, but then when you're like, wait, what happened?
I never ask you what happened. You ask me what happened.
What?
So you're watching the movie.
I don't know.
I know. You may not know, but I know.
Other than that, I think we get along like so well.
I love it. You're my other half. My llama.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, snail. Oh, wait, what is it? Snail.
Ready?
What is power bump? A lot of people have said, because, whenever I talk about you, it's always in the highest regard, obviously.
Why?
Because you're great. And a lot of people I tell that, we haven't gotten an argument. And when I say that, we have definitely, like, when we've traveled and we're like low sleep, there's definitely like
We get frustrated.
snippy frustrations of like one person thinking like there's a best way and a most efficient way to like continue on our path to like
Yeah.
where we're going. And the other person may have like different thoughts. And like, that's where we might like have a slight like frustration.
Or he wants to record and we're running late.
Huh? Record when we're, I got to get the angles.
I know. I'm like, Max, we gotta go.
But I think that I think when I say that to people, they'll say like, you don't truly know someone until you get in your first argument. And I'm like, what if like we just, what if, here's some crazy thing. What if we just get along really freaking well?
I know. It was like dinner. At dinner, everybody was like, you guys need to just get in an argument.
Like get it over with. Like
get in an argument to see how each other battle each other. And one of our friends is like, my girlfriend, she gaslights me every time we fight. And I said to them, I was like, well, that's because we know how to communicate with each other. Like, I'm not saying there aren't times we don't get frustrated with one another, because there are, but we know how to communicate with each other on a healthy
We've
level.
never had anything of like we've never had a heated argument, a heated discussion about like a topic.
We have had like a heated discussion. It's been like we've had
Have we fought?
No, but we've had conversations where it's like it was a very serious conversation, and our viewpoints, my nose is just with this glitter. Our viewpoints were so not on the same level, and it wasn't something that should have turned into a fight. Like, it easily could have turned into a fight.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's get in a first fight right now. All right, I'm gonna say something that's gonna just piss you off. Okay.
Okay.
Let me think. Your hair looks stupid.
I'll tell Eric you said that, and he'll come kill you. It's fine.
Here's how to know if Taylor has not seen movies. Say movie quotes.
Does
She misses
doesn't know?
them. That's Anchorman. That's when you go, what did you say?
No.
No?
No. When in Rome.
Yes, go on.
You're welcome.
Why don't, on the discussion of having heated debates, why don't we talk about a couple of things that I'm going to call these heavy questions.
Okay.
Big questions, because I feel like
Big gulps, huh?
Big gulps, huh? This is why I love this girl. Let me ask you a question, and I feel like we can have a little discussion about it.
Okay.
I don't want to say we have different views on religion. I think you have a view on religion, and I just don't have a view.
You don't have.
And some people, I think, in the comments, when I've said about my opinion about religion and just, kind of like losing my faith because of what happened to my dad as a like lost connection with a higher being, right?
Yeah.
That's just my personal like experience with religion, and it's, I guess, like I've became I don't want to say a non-believer, but I just like, because I'm on the more mindset of like, how could that happen to someone?
Yeah.
And I understand, everything happens for a purpose, but I just can't wrap my head around like how someone like that, like there's plenty of bad people out there that not that I want to wish anything bad on anyone, but like, why my dad?
Yeah.
And when I've talked about this on YouTube, I've seen comments that have been like, how can you be with someone that doesn't share the exact same views? And again, I'm not anti.
No,
I never bash. I'm just more, I guess I'm confused by it.
Yes.
And your
I'm very
view is,
open.
Yeah.
With
So
my religion and faith.
How does that work?
It's a lot of understanding with one another. I get bashed a lot for this. Like, when I do Q&As, this is the number one thing that like gets brought up is like, as a Christian woman.
I feel like that's like an extreme way to think about it. Like, how dare you even be with someone?
You have to understand though, what I hit them back with is, as a Christian, how are you to judge?
Boom.
Because Christians don't judge.
Boom.
And I think everybody's relationship with faith, whether you believe or not, is different. And I get that. And I understand that. And this is something that the entire world needs to hear is everyone has differences. Everyone has different beliefs, different ideas, different morals, different values, whatever it may be. We're all different. And that's the beautiful thing about the world. But the problem is people don't know how to respect other people's differences. And until you can learn to respect another person for their differences and their beliefs, you may not have to understand it or agree with it. But if you respect them for their differences, then everything works. With you and I in that situation, Your relationship with God is your relationship. Your journey to finding who Christ is different. Everyone has a journey that they're going on, and you may figure it out, you may find out, and maybe that's why I was brought into your life, is to help you kind of open your eyes to that. I'm never going to force you to have a relationship with God. But as long as you support me and my journey and my relationship with him, then that's all that matters. I've had my journey with Jesus. I've had my journey with God and what has brought me to him. And that's a story for another time. It's a very long one. But I went on the journey and I had to do it alone to figure out what I needed. And it made me a better person overall. And if that's something you're interested in, then great. Like, I will always be there to support you. But as long as you don't interfere with that relationship for me, then why would we ever argue? You know that when we have children, I told you, I was like, I do want them to go to church. I do want them to have religion. Like, I want them to have something to believe in and have that faith. That's kind of how it was instilled in me.
Yeah.
And I always view it as my dad, his family was Jewish and Christian. My mother's straight up Catholic. Like, she was very Catholic, went to Catholic school her whole life. And if those two polar opposite religions can be together for 36 years and still be pumping out love for one another, then we can do anything.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't even say we have like differences. It's more of just
you went through something that made you question God and his motives and if he's real, because you're like, how can God be real if something like this happens? Well, everything happens for a reason. And it was so sad to what happened to you. Like, no kid should ever have to lose their father. Like, I will never be able to understand that. I've lost people in my life, but to lose a parent, I will never understand that until it happens to me. But it doesn't mean that you don't believe. It doesn't mean that, like, I know you have faith in something. It's just how you get there.
I feel like it's like I want to believe.
Yeah.
Like I want to.
And I think that's honestly, it's like weird timing on how it works out, and everyone's always talking to me about it. And I'm like, Max's journey to finding a relationship with God and Jesus is his journey. I will always be there to answer questions or be there to support in any way. I was like, but I'm not going to force him to have that relationship. But I want to like help you if that's what you want to do. If you want to go to church with me, then I would love for you to go.
I'm always down to go to church. And I think, again, because of the way that I've like explained it on YouTube, and I don't know if I've like done a good explanation of it. I think people think that, like, when you said, the kids, little Billy and Susie.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be their names?
No, we have names already.
No, Taylor has names already.
We agreed on one.
Hold on, we're gonna get to that. When you say like, I want them raised in a Christian household, go to church, I'm sure. Like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm fine with it. And and I think that's not even like me like agreeing to do something that you want to do that I don't. It's more just like I'm open to everything.
Yeah,
I'm not really against, and I don't have any sort of beliefs or any sort of I guess just like things that I'm like absolutely not. I do not believe in that.
Yeah.
Like it's
not like you're an antichrist. You're like,
no. I believe would a bigot be the correct term for someone who like
kind of
basically any if you don't agree with what I say, like, you're wrong. That's like a bigot, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not a bigot.
I'm not.
For sure. I would be with you if you were.
No, I'm just so open to like anything. Yeah. I understand. I'm a realist is what I am. I understand both sides. Even if I don't agree with an angle of something, I understand why someone goes to that. But that was a good question. Look at that.
I'm really good at answering questions.
You are.
Thank you.
And that kind of all stemmed because I talk about a lot of things personal to me on YouTube. How has the relationship thing been with? Because when you got into it, we talked about it in the last podcast of like, hey, things out in the open, and I film a lot of stuff, and I know kind of when to film, what not to film. Now that it's been an additional 4 months, and you've seen more of YouTube Maxx, how do you like him?
I love him. You're the same as you are in person as you are on camera. Obviously, you're not wacky, kooky, crazy all the time screaming at a camera, but I enjoy it. I admire you, like, for who you are and what you do.
I'm pretty much the same. I'm not.
You are the same. Like,
what's up, Taylor? Good morning. Are you ready to get some greens?
You want your greens? Let's go. Let me plug in today's sponsorship, whatever it may be.
She knows I'm a sellout. She does.
No, he's not a sellout. The true test will be when we get married if he adds a a call out to his sponsor for our wedding vows.
I said that if a company pays enough money, I will include a sponsorship in my vow.
You have to approve it with me first.
I love you more than anything. And I also love how protected our home is. And that's why today's video is sponsored by Simply Safe.
I would let you do it for a certain price.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think the price would be blood? Because it's time to take another shot. We're going to take a little halfway point. Now, we've been back and forth with the whole game thing, but we're changing it up a little bit because, I don't think you need alcohol to have fun.
Just
Sometimes it helps, but...
Not this again. This really hurt. I need you to slow-mo this one, Oz, for Max.
Ooh. Taylor, if you think that's bad, wait till you see our mid-game game, Bean Boozled.
No, thank you.
This is going to be exciting, guys. If you don't know what this is, congratulations, because I've done this one time in my life, and
you want to do it with me?
Yeah.
Why?
And I regret because we thrive together and we endure tough times together. And this is going to be a tough time. Essentially what this is, jelly beans are already pretty much like the worst candy of all time. I do think that the sour ones.
I like the Starburst Reds when their Easter comes around. If you know what I'm talking about,
Other than those little things, jelly beans are pretty ass. Like it's just not a good candy. And these
smells god awful.
Yeah. So what they did is they have all of these. I don't know if Oz can crank in real hard, but they have all of these different flavors. That there's basically, for example, there is berry blue or toothpaste. Both of them are the exact same looking. There's some that are tutti frutti or stinky socks. We're gonna spin it. We're gonna do four each.
Let's do one, and then you do one, and then I do one, and then you do one.
Why
so we can see it together.
Of course. Why would you do it all by yourself?
I don't know. Shit.
All right, spin it.
Oh my.
I'll put it on the table.
No.
What are you doing? I gotta see it so you're not cheating. Let me see it. You're moving it. Spin this again right here. Spin it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you guys, I can't even begin to tell you how bad. Strawberry banana smoothie.
What if I throw up? No, let me pick it out.
No, because I'll tell you which one. Your luck is just as good as mine. Okay, here we go. This could be
Are you sure that's not
strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish.
Are you sure that's not peach?
Well, you're making this so long. What did you get?
I don't know.
But it's not bad?
It's not delightful.
Do you think you got dead fish?
Probably.
Okay. I'm going to go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mine up. Pomegranate or old bandage. It's the red one. Okay.
I wanted to get this one.
Okay. Could be. Please be. I can't even begin to describe how bad this is, guy.
You wanted to play. What we should have done is we decide to.
Oh, that is so bad. Oh my God. I've had an old bandage before and that definitely tastes like an old bandage. All right, go again.
What we should have done is you take a shot of tequila or you have to eat the jelly bean.
No, because you could get a good one. Spin it again.
I don't want one of these.
I'm going to find it for you.
Yes!
Berry blue or toothpaste. Here we go. I mean, I feel like that was so bad.
That's toothpaste. That's good. I like that.
Dang it. Why do you keep the...
Yum, yum, yum.
Why do you give all the easy ones? All right. Spin. Buttered popcorn or rotten egg.
Let me see what it looks like.
Oh my God. I don't think when you're watching this, you think it's not going to be that bad. I promise you on everything that I stand for that this is the worst tasting stuff. How could something so small be so stinky? Please be I don't even like popcorn.
Pick me up on the tequila.
We're just gonna do one more each. I don't think we should do 4. Oh my God, it's so bad. How do they make it so bad? No. Toasted marshmallow or I guess again you already got that one, right?
No.
Stink bug?
No, I got fish.
Oh, okay.
I got fish.
Okay, here we go. Please get a bad one. Stink bug or God, that's so bad.
Toasted marshmallow.
No way. Are you kidding me? No way.
Woo!
All right.
Vengeance.
Stupid game, dude. No, I already got that one. We gotta at least get a different one. Birthday cake or dirty dishwasher?
That doesn't sound so bad.
I think you gave me Tutti Frutti. Please. Please. Birthday cake. Oh, man. Get this fucking cake. Get this.
Don't get it, dude. No,
That's all right.
dude. Lay down.
Okay. That was so bad, Taylor.
I'd rather have a drink than just.
You didn't get
tequila.
any of the bad ones?
No.
Hold on a second.
No, you just threw them on the floor.
I didn't. Grab a random one. You're getting a bad one.
That's blue raspberry.
God dang it.
Blue raspberry.
Stop eating the blue raspberry ones. Take this
wait,
red.
no, that. I don't know what that was. I don't like that.
Eat this red one.
I'm not doing that.
Eat this red one.
No.
Eat this red one. It could be yeah. Come on, old pomegranate or old bandage. Come
I'm
on.
not
I want you to
doing
experience it. Come on.
No.
It'll be pomegranate.
If you love me.
How about this? We'll both take another red one. Which one do you want? Eat it.
Pomegranate.
I didn't even eat it. I'm not taking that risk again. This is stupid. This is the worst game ever. I hate all my Let me try it. That's the...
I got pomegranate.
That's so bad. Oh my God. What are they doing at Jelly Belly that they can make it taste that bad?
They're putting in a bandage. Grab a blue one. Grab 2 blue ones. No, because
I'm done with it. I'm
it's
done with
either
it.
mint or blue raspberry in your mouth. It tastes good.
No. Taylor. I have a quote that I want to say to you.
Okay.
It's I love you. No. Okay. Listen to this quote. You tell me where you think it came from, okay?
Okay.
And if you agree with it. That's the biggest thing. Women are the most precious things on the planet.
Agreed.
They create life. They should be protected and provided for. I believe women are beautiful creatures.
I agree.
Yeah? Who do you think said that?
Me.
What?
Me.
No. It's actually Andrew Tate. Can you believe it? Taylor agrees with Andrew Tate.
I mean,
What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
fuck him.
Why?
He's trash. His idea of women is so wrong. Like he's like, there's things that he says that I'm like, okay, understandable. Like that quote, understandable. Women are beautiful creatures, but we're also something that you should be you should fear.
What are you, like a tiger or something?
Yeah, we're strong. Nothing is
I
stronger.
can deadlift way more than you.
I don't care if you can deadlift. Do what I do for a month. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You could never hold a child for 9 months. What women are strong and beautiful creatures and not something to hide in a corner or to just be your little plaything.
So what do you think about everything that Andrew Tate says on...
I think he's an idiot.
Why? Explain.
We've explained and talked about this before, and you can watch that YouTube video on Max's channel.
They can hear it on this podcast right now.
And they can hear it right now, but he's just stupid. Like his beliefs and the things that he's a groomer. I just like, I'm getting flustered because I'm just like, he's a groomer. He goes after women and children that are young. Like the woman he was dating was 17 years old. That's so wrong.
Okay.
He's older than you, Max.
I get that.
he just like the things he believes in. Like he wants a woman to stay at home, take care of him, do all these things. She shouldn't have a job. She shouldn't have a goal. She shouldn't have passion. Her passion should be taking care of me, cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, which yes, that's great. I agree. Like if you are a stay-at-home mom, that is a hard job. It is a lot. But in 2022, this idea of men assume that women should be a masculine and a feminine energy at the same time, should have goals, should have a career, should be driven, but also should be able to go home, clean the house, do the laundry, make him dinner, take care of the kids, do whatever it may be. Also be able to have a sexual like life and have that and take care of that as well. There's a lot that are put on women nowadays, and like this idea that Andrew Tate has that women shouldn't have their own ideas or goals, and their only ideas should be to be in that one relationship, have sex with that one man, but that other man can be able to go do other things. Like, no, we're all humans. It's 2022, baby. Let's get to the times. You need to be able to allow women to do the same things as men. It's something I talked about when I did sports.
She didn't play sports. Well, you did.
I did play sports, but
sports broadcasting.
Sports broadcasting. As a woman in sports, I was constantly questioned because I was a woman. How am I going to know anything about men playing sports? How am I going to know the statistics? How am I going to know what's happening in the game?
You know way more about sports than I do.
I know. I love sports. I enjoy it. It's something that I enjoy watching. But we were always viewed as, yeah, you can prove yourself today, but tomorrow will you be able to do the same thing? Can you keep up? No. It's stupid. Like I'm going on a rant that's like going down a rabbit hole
That's okay. I have a couple of his because he's the hot topic right now, right? I know he's kind of because it got kicked off social media, but I have a couple of his thoughts and I want your opinion on them. Okay. Girls going out on trips to Vegas, let's say, girls going on holiday, going out with the girls to the club, going on a girls trip to, let's say Vegas. Let's just say Vegas, okay? That is disrespectful to your man, and you shouldn't want to. What do you think about that?
Is it disrespectful if you do the same thing?
We're not talking about me. We're talking about you.
No, because, and I'm not saying for all relationships, our relationship, there's trust there. We have boundaries. We have set them. That's just how it is. You can go out and do anything, whatever you want to do, and I don't question you. I trust you because I trust you. I have enough trust in our relationship that I know you would never do anything to hurt me. Same as you do with me. I would never put myself in a predicament, I would not even get myself anywhere near a predicament to question that. When we go out with our friends, say I go out with the girls, all of them, they all care for our relationship the same way I care for our relationship. And I think that's the important thing, is to be surrounded by people that support your relationship and support your beliefs and what you want to do and aren't going to pressure you into other things. So I never question it. Are there friends that you have that I would question things with? Yeah, but I trust you enough to know that you would never do anything. As same as with me, I would never do anything with somebody else. I would not put myself in that situation. But if I was to go on a bachelorette trip, or say I had my birthday in Vegas and it was a girls trip, you should know that I would never do anything. And I don't think it's wrong. And I've been in a relationship, like my last relationship, I was not allowed to go out. I was not allowed to go to the club. Like I was looked down upon to do that. Like even when I was trying to go out with, like, before I even knew you, it was like a night that I was going to go out with you, Heidi, Christian, and like Mona and Paige. I think it was for Mona's birthday. And I was told no, like it's disrespectful.
Well, in that situation, it was probably smart because you would have fallen in love with me that night. So
I wouldn't have, because I was in a relationship.
That's what it's saying. What if you go out and you find another Maxx?
I wouldn't have, though.
True.
I wouldn't have allowed myself to even get near that situation. I normally don't talk to men if I'm out. Like I won't even allow them to come near me.
Okay. I want to expand on this because this is good. I want to get the woman's point of view on a thing. Let's say you're in Vegas. Let's say you're having a great time. You're with all of your girls. And let's say a lot of them are single girls. There's got to be at least a couple in the group. Okay.
Always.
Here's a scenario.
Yeah.
Guys in another group, they come up to your group.
Yeah.
Not necessarily you, whatever. And they're like, hey, we have a section tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. obviously, group of girls, they're probably like, hey, free drinks, whatever. This sounds great. What do you do in that situation? Are you like I guess what goes through your head of like a group of guys invited our group of girls? Do you turn it down? Do you
It depends.
go? Do you contact me, or is it something you don't feel like that?
So that's like definitely something I would tell you. I update Maxx on my life more than I probably should. Like last night, the girls went to Bisu, and I was like, like the girls are going to Bisu. Like I can go to Bisu with all of them tonight, but I'm going to stay with you. Bisu's like a hot poppin' dinner place in Houston, if you guys don't know.
And what I said after that is like, why aren't you going?
Yeah, he's like, why aren't you going? So I think it's similar. Like you and I both update each other on what we're doing frequently. But with that with the situation, I think it's a topic where I would talk to the girls and be like, okay, if there are more single girls than there are girls that are in relationships, then I'd be like, okay, then like if that's what you want to do, all right. If I'm not comfortable, and it's a case by case scenario where it's like if I'm not comfortable with somebody, I won't be around them. And so if I'm not comfortable with the men, I'm not going to be around them. But I am a girl. I'm a girl that can handle men in different situations, especially with what I did, like working in sports. Mm-hmm. So I'm easy to have a conversation, but I'm very quick to put a man into his place. Very quick. I will make sure that you know that you're a friend and you're never going to get near me. But I'll be like, oh my God, you should like Sally Sue over here. She's single. She's really hot. Look at her. I will be a girl's girl and help whatever.
But to the question, if a group of guys came up, would you be like, yeah, sure, like let's go? Would you be open to going to like a table that like a group of guys?
If a majority of the girls want to go, yes. But if I talked to you and you weren't comfortable with it, then no. Because I can go to that section and not have to talk to those men to be in that section. But it's also at the same time where I make my own money and my friends make our own money. We don't need men to buy anything.
Y'all are gonna drop like $10,000 at a
I know
Encore?
I know enough women to do so.
Okay.
And I know enough connections in Encore and in Vegas to do it myself. I don't need a man.
Look, I'm not trying to like put you on the spot of like, what would you do in this situation? You better not type of thing. I'm under the impression that I think men and women of the opposite sex while in relationships can
do things.
Be in the same environment.
Yeah.
Even if it's people you've never met before and it's people that are single. And the thing is more of like, I think the biggest issue is like, if I'm with girls, are they attractive girls? Would you care less if it was not attractive girls? Or if it was a group of
Here's the thing.
10 dad bods,
Maxx.
or is it 10 Matthew McConaughey's?
We love Matthew McConaughey, but I love Matthew. He's like my favorite actor. But here's the thing, Maxx. Mm-hmm. I'm not stupid. When I knew I was getting into a relationship with you, I was like, Maxx could date any girl he wanted to. He could have any of these little alpha land girly cues around here that would fall to the dime of a hat. Uh-huh. You could. I'm not stupid. But I'm also not stupid to the fact that you weren't going to mess up anything in our relationship. You wouldn't jeopardize it.
That's more the way I look at it. And not that, I guess with this mindset, you could have the argument of like, well, then you're just like wasting a lot of your time. But in my mindset, I'm like, Taylor can go and do anything.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do anything that makes me feel uncomfortable. I think people would look at like you being out with people as they would assume it's making me feel uncomfortable,
yeah.
but I don't. But I don't think you would do anything in the situation that would like, you're not like, hey, random, let's take a shot together. No. And like, I just like trust you. And I guess in my mindset, I'm like, if she does anything that would jeopardize our relationship, then I'm just like,
that's not the girl you were dating.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever, bye.
Yeah.
Like I'd be upset and I'd be like, well, whatever.
It's just how Maxx and I's relationship is that we're extremely open with one another. Mm-hmm. We tell each other everything. And I mean, I know I tell you everything, obviously, like I won't know because it's you and that's a different situation. I like to think that you tell me everything, but I'm okay with telling like whatever you do as long as you let me know.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I don't want to be the girl that finds out something couple months later and feels stupid because that's not okay.
And you also like, I don't want like anyone in a relationship. Like I don't want to go do something because it might make Maxx feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm going to go with this group of guys we just met because the group of girls want to do, but like, I'm going to be the girl that is staying in her hotel room because I'm so not afraid to be like, I don't want that.
I used to be that girl. I was that girl. Like you can ask Paige and Mona. I sucked. Like I was not who I am. Like I'm normally this fun, happy go lucky girl, but I was like, I couldn't even go to a dinner without feeling guilty.
I think there's just like a difference of like,
but I love you and I respect you and I know you won't do anything. But people always question, Taylor, why do you have a ring on your left hand? I wear rings on my left hand, so men leave me alone.
Well, I think the whole like jeopardizing like situation, it's more of like an understanding of like respect.
Yeah.
And that I know that whatever you do is going to be like some people back in the day when I would be in college or something, it was always this cat and mouse game with like girls I'd be talking to that I was like interested in, that would be of like, how far can I push it? But my defense is I didn't do anything, but you're pushing this line of like how like almost to the point of like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not with the other person, but it's so to that line. And I feel like
if you have to even question it, if you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm near that line. Why are you doing
I basically just look at any time go out. I'm just like, is whatever I'm doing something that if Taylor did this to me, I would feel disrespected or I would feel uncomfortable with doing? And if the answer is yes, call me a simp or whatever. I look at that as like a respect for my partner, because whatever super fun thing is of like a day or two is not worth anything of jeopardizing someone else's feelings for the longevity of my life. And it's like, so I think what you said earlier is a good point about the people you surround yourself with, having respect for that relationship, that we're also at a point and the people we hang out with are not trying to do these wild, borderline inappropriate things because everyone's like, that's not us.
The thing is, and it's like, I think what Max and I were very similar, like with our, like just our ideas on this, and like with our friend groups, like not saying that we have friends that are like this, but like if our friends were to do something crazy and they had a partner, like say you were on a bachelor trip and one of the guys went buck wild and he has a girlfriend, like you call him out on that. I call people out all the time. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, you're going to regret it tomorrow. Like, was that 10-second whatever little flingy fire that you had worth the years and love that you have for this other person?
Probably not.
No.
And I mean, I also have a feeling that like, I can't control other people.
No.
And a lot of times I've been in situations, and probably you have too, where maybe there's a girl you're with or a guy I'm with, and they're doing something that you're like, you're probably going to regret this. And the decision the person makes, whether it messes up their own relationship with their significant other, that's something that I don't agree with. I would never do. I don't think you should have done it. I'm going to give you shit for it. I'm not going to be patting you on the back of like, that was so cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to say like, I would have never done, like, and that's happened. But I also think that at that point, sometimes people in the opposite relationship can be like, why would you ever want to hang out with that person again because of what they did? I'm like, that's not how I view it. I'm like, I look at that as, I don't agree with what that person did, but I'm mature enough and old enough and comfortable with myself that it doesn't matter how shitty of a person, and if it becomes a habitual pattern,
then you kind of distance yourself.
But I'm more of like, if someone not only say messes up, I don't think it's a mess up. I think it's makes a choice that's a bad choice.
It's a calculated decision.
Yeah, I'm still like, I don't agree with that, but we can still hang out. I just like, but if it continues to be like, you're putting me in situations, you're continuing to do this. Like, I'm trying to give you advice.
It's not respectful to you.
Yeah. So,
and it's something I learned from Logan Paul's podcast is like, it was on TikTok. I saw it, but it was like one of his clips, but I loved it because it's like, it's so much harder to cheat than it is to not cheat. It is. Like, you have to put in work of like hiding the relationship, hiding the fact you're cheating, going out, making plans, doing all this, having a conversation. Like, to even get to that point to cheat with somebody, you have to put in work in order to do that. It is so much harder to do that than just to be loyal to somebody. You
or I would be the dumbest person in the world to mess up this. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know.
I'll tell you right now. But we got a good thing going.
The thing is, again, I said it in the last podcast, loyalty runs deep in me. I will never, ever cross anybody that I love. Never.
True. Here's a situation to end out this little conversation. We're going to put a little role play.
Ooh.
You're out at a bar. Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chad. Hey. No, my friends are talking to your friends. You're really cute. Can I get you a drink? Go.
No.
I want a real interaction.
You can ask Mona. I've done that a million times. I literally look at people and I'm like, no.
All right, let me change it up. All right. I'm Matthew McConaughey. Hey, my friends are chatting with your friends. Can I get you a drink?
Where's your wife?
Does he have a wife?
Yeah. She has a wife. He has a wife. But no, I've gone so far to the, like, I don't like when men hit on me. It's not my thing. I don't want it. 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 Like, girls don't want dick pics. I don't want you to hit on me. Like, please leave me alone. Like, I don't like it. It really, like, so I've gotten to the point where
Unless you're me.
Unless you're Maxx. But like the thing is, like, Maxx, when you were like, we weren't flirting with each other.
I wasn't even like
No, we weren't flirting, and that's why we ended up together, is because we were just talking.
Taylor was so infatuated with me because I wasn't hitting on her.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I love this.
She's like, why is that bearded up Joe Dirt not hitting on me?
No, it's not it at all.
Let me. I want to have one more big. These are the big, the big topics.
The big cojones.
One more big one.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that I'm wearing this like ridiculous face mask.
I feel like it's not that long. We should keep going. Go.
Well, we're at like right at an hour right now.
I feel like we need to give more people more content. Keep going.
I got some stuff. Here's a heavy hitter one. Okay. Girls, women that date successful men are often called gold diggers, right? Why do you think that is? That if a girl is dating a successful man, that the stigma is that the only reason she's with that person is for his success, the status, the money, and yeah, like why do you think that that's like?
I honestly don't know. It's one of the number one things I get told I am constantly is that I'm a gold digger because I'm dating you. They're like, she wouldn't be with Maxx if he wasn't successful and had a company. No, I would be with Maxx because he makes me happy. You could lose everything tomorrow and I'd still be with you. But I hope that you don't, because like I love you. But the thing is, a lot of times women, what we're taught when we're younger is to have somebody that will take care of us, protect us, and security. I'm not saying you have to be a millionaire. I'm not saying that. That's not what a woman wants. Not all the time. There are some women that, yeah, that's what they search for, because they're like, I want the easier life. I want the easier way out. And maybe they do love the person, and that could happen as well. But I'm not too sure. For me, I love the thing I find sexy.
Tell me what you find sexy about me.
That face. But the number one thing I find sexy is your drive. You are constantly driven not only to better yourself, better the people around you, your competition. And I think that you are a matter of the people you hang out with the most. And so when picking a partner, I pick somebody that I see has drive and potential to be like not only just a good human, but they want the best from themselves and the people around them. And I wasn't sure when I first started dating you. I was like, I don't know what he likes or like how he treats people. But you are honestly the most genuine person I know, and that's why I love you. But I've even said this before. I was like, I don't care what your job is. You could be a teacher. You could be a garbage man. But if you are the best garbage man, that's what I want. I want you to be the best at whatever you do. I want you to be able to love your job, have passion, have drive, because I have passion and I have
have drive, gotta have power.
Yes, like The Rock says. But I have drive and I have passions that I care about. And you understand it because you have drives and passions you care about. And so you push me to get to that. You're like, you don't let anything kind of interfere with what I want to do. Say it's Sports Illustrated, say it's a podcast, say it's YouTube, modeling, whatever it may be. You push me to that because you know that's what I want to do. And I push you to that, whatever it may be, with your company, with Ever Forward, Sour Strips, YouTube, starting a gaming channel, your podcast. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm your biggest supporter. And I think having somebody that understands that is important. And so for me, when I was obviously in a not looking for a relationship because I wasn't looking for it, but when I met you and you were like, whatever you want to do, like I will support you. I've never had that. So when I had that, that's so special to me. And so do women date men to be successful and have status? Yeah, I'm sure women do. Do I understand it? No, I don't, because that doesn't mean they're a good partner. Doesn't mean they're going to support you at the end of the day. But if you love somebody, you will.
I think that you know, when people would say those comments, it really gets me thinking, and it kind of bugs me because it almost makes it seem that if you're a man and you are successful, unless you had a partner since the day one of your journey, that any woman that you find once you are successful in whoever's
only
eyes,
want you for your success.
Yeah, it's almost like I can't have anyone because no matter who I have, they're only going to want me for my golden doodle, you know, and for everything that I've built. And you know, I look at relationship as like, I think both people are pretty much. I think you'd be ignorant to say that people are looking for the best possible mate for their future. Yeah. And whatever qualities that is. And if you know, having like, I would say a bonus to looking for a guy would be hey, like he financially can support himself and, you know, has his life in order. I think that's a bonus. Whatever level that is, I think is irrelevant.
Yeah. I think it's also like women want somebody that has drive. We don't want somebody that's lazy. We want somebody that is ambitious and wants to go for things and likes to push themselves. Like I always think, I'm like, what can I do today that can make me better than I was yesterday? And that's what a woman wants. She wants somebody that's going to be able to push themselves to be a better person. Again, you could be a garbage man. And if you were the best damn garbage man in all of the United States, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's my man. Because you love what you do and you're passionate about it and you want to keep getting better.
See, I know you're telling the truth because, you know, I keep getting 10 out of 10 on YouTube videos. My videos keep getting worse and worse. But you see how passionate I am about continuing to make content.
Because you love it.
And you still love me.
I will always love you.
Yeah. And you know, Taylor, you know, I don't need to like to sit here and like defend and anything, but I'm not someone, because I built my, we'll use the term like wealth or my success over the period of time, that I'm not the type of guy that would let a girl come into my life and clearly be for the money, like, buy me this bag. You know, I see all the time.
I mean, why won't you buy me the bag, Max?
I see a lot. Well, our anniversary is coming up, you know?
I'm kidding.
I see a lot of men and women that like are just always showering with gifts and expensive things. And sometimes I look at that, I'm like, that would never be me. Like, I think I definitely will take care of the girl I'm with, you know, and take and provide and, you know, buy nice things and treat you to nice things and experiences and whatnot, because I want to experience them and I want someone to experience them with me and I want people to be happy. But like, if Taylor was with me and she just always like, if you like, let's go to the Louis store and like buy me that, like she jokes and be funny, but like she knows that like we're not going shopping on a Saturday and me walking out with Hermes bags.
The thing is, like, I joke with him, like we joke about it and we're like, my favorite thing he said to me was in Vegas. And you're like, how do you like, does it bother you that I will never buy you something like designer just like randomly? And I was
just like, hey, no. Hey babe, pick out anything you want today.
I mean, that's great, cool. Love that for me.
Anyone would like that. I like you said that to me.
Yeah, love
at
that
any
for
store.
Me. But it's one of those things where it's like, I don't need you to buy that for me. I can buy it myself. What matters to me is like, I had a partner that was like, if we would get in fights or something went bad, the Band-Aid was like, he would think buying me something nice would solve my issues and solve problems and make me feel loved. But that doesn't make me feel loved. That doesn't help anything. Mm-hmm. Like your small actions, the way you speak to me, the way you like haven't.
Dude agrees. The intent that you have when you listen to me and the questions you ask me and how kind of calculated you are and the things that you say to me, that makes me feel loved. Like the way you treat me makes me feel loved. Like a handbag, it's going to go on a shelf and add to my collection. Great, cool, love that. But it's like, it would be a nice thing, but that love and like specialty to me wears off on time, where like you give me the love I need every day. I don't need a handbag to make. Well, it's cool that Taylor admitted that she never needs me to buy her anything fancy for the rest of our life. There's only one thing I want you to buy me for the rest of my life. What is that? An engagement ring. Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about. Okay, look, I think this has been a great. No, what are you doing?
I want more questions.
I'm going to give you some questions. I think the final part of this podcast, I think we've talked a lot about us.
Okay.
And now I want to give back to the people.
We love the people.
These are questions that I actually got that I meant to put in the last podcast episode and it didn't work. It didn't fit in.
Yeah.
But now we're going to fit it in. And these are some questions that I got from guys that these are questions that guys want answers to from women.
Can we take another shot?
We don't.
I'm just kidding. Keep going.
Okay. Why do nice guys finish last? And what do you think of like the balancing of being like where girls want a bad boy and they want that mystery versus like if I'm too nice and I'm too much like the guy that the girl that like I want this dreamy, nice guy, but like if I'm too nice, you're gonna be bored.
Yeah, I think that's just it. You're gonna be bored. Maxx is a nice guy. Maxx is one of the nice guys. You wouldn't think that.
I am a nice guy,
but he probably wasn't a nice guy to other girls, but he was to me. So I can't say nice guys finish last because you definitely did not finish last. But girls like a challenge, and sometimes you can't make it so easy, and it's like. People will be like, you gotta play a game with a girl. You gotta like act this way and say these things, and like you gotta like kind of like push her away for a little bit, and then she'll come back. Like, no, fuck that. Girls don't want a game. Girls don't care about the game, and girls now will play the game better than you will ever play it. So why try that? I think you don't have to be so nice up front, like be overly nice to a girl. Just be yourself. It doesn't matter. And if you are that nice guy, then the person that you're supposed to be with will come and will love you for that. I love Maxx because he is genuinely a nice guy.
Yeah. It is kind of weird, the whole like game thing. It's kind of like, hey, you text me. If I immediately see it, you can't just text back immediately.
No, you got to wait 6 hours and like
or the next day. But sorry, on my phone, like because you have to establish how you want it.
I'm sorry, but girls know better now. Like, and if you're a girl playing,
Taylor texts me when we first started dating. I'm like, hi, hi, with like 5 eyes.
What are you doing today? Are you coming to dinner tonight? Sounds great. Love you. See you then. He didn't say love you, but I did. But girls, if a man is playing games with you, stop it. And men, if you're trying to play a game, you better be ready because a woman's going to put you in your place or you're just not going to get anything. People are like, oh, why is ghosting happening? Because girls are sick of men playing games. And I'm sick of everybody playing games. It's stupid. It's not fun. I never. Like as soon as a man started trying to play games with me or try to do something, I shut it down immediately. I don't allow that to happen.
How do you really feel?
That's how I feel. When in Rome.
Okay. Why do girls take so long to get ready?
Depends. I enjoy the getting ready process. It's like my me time. So I get to like shower, blow dry my hair, do my skincare routine, do my makeup routine. And sometimes I'm somebody that has social anxiety. As much as I am an extroverted person, I deal with what I do.
Yeah, being Batman
and being Miss Texas, like I had to be extroverted a lot. So that time was kind of my calm time to get myself prepared to go out or do whatever I have to. And sometimes it's fun to take that like time to like listen to music, watch YouTube while you get ready.
Well, I guess here's a better question. I would say, and I know a lot of girls will say, like I can get ready I can get ready in 20 minutes. My makeup, I put light makeup. I would say the average time that an hour.
Yeah.
I think an hour is like an average time. But here's the question. Could you get ready faster?
Yes.
And why do you choose to make it so long?
Because it's more stressful. It's a lot more stressful having to get ready faster. Like when I competed for Miss Texas and I had to do my own makeup, I would be able to do full glam, like full Miss Texas USA makeup and hair in 25 minutes.
What?
Yeah, I can do it. But it gives me so much anxiety to do so. I enjoy the getting ready process, so I don't try to rush myself. If I can take more time and I know I can take time, I make sure that I have enough time to do so.
Got to go slow and enjoy the process.
We love to go slow.
All right. What do girls do to show a guy that they're interested?
I think just the intention of talking to somebody. I was very open with you, I think, when I told you I was interested.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What are some like little subtle things that maybe us dumb men wouldn't pick up on that like
a girl won't
she's
talk,
clearly
a girl won't talk to you if she's not interested in you. And I can't say that fully for every woman, but most women won't talk to you if she's not interested in you. She's interested in you enough to even have a conversation, then she's interested.
Okay, what about out in public in a social situation?
Eye contact. If I'm making eye contact with you like multiple times, like there are men that are creepy that I make eye contact with, like a get away from me look. But if I'm like making flirtatious eyes at you and making you feel like you're the only guy in the room, she wants you.
And if you go up and talk to them.
Yeah. It's like a girl going to talk to you is very rare, but if she does talk to you, then that's good. A girl that's very touchy, like I will touch you on your arm, like
on my butt and stuff.
Yeah. I touch you on your arm, like to have a conversation with you, then she's definitely interested in you.
Revolutionary stuff, guys. A girl will show she's interested if she talks to you.
I mean, just like texting.
Write this down. Okay, here we go. Going on a date, but the girl still has photos of her ex on Instagram up on her page. I guess what's your thought of people keeping their exes? Because it's like a little game. Every time that someone I see starts a relationship with someone, it's always so nice to see the first time someone posts someone.
I can't say that because I'd be hypocritical.
Well, hold on. So it's like every time someone posts the first Instagram photo, it's always a big deal, right? It's like, whoa, let's go. My little cynical brain is always like, I screenshot it if it's like someone in my circle, and then I send it to them when they delete it. Because
that's really screwed up.
Because they post it after like a week of hanging out.
What is wrong with you?
And then every time I'm right. We waited. You gotta wait till it's the right time.
I mean, we did wait.
But when they start deleting it, that's what I'm getting into. I would say most people, as weird as social media is, when you go through a breakup and it's like that time, what does everyone do? They go through their whole feed and they delete.
I didn't.
You still got photos of your ex up on your Instagram?
I don't know what's on there anymore. I archive.
I bet you deleted them.
I'm a serial. I don't delete. I archive everything. You gotta have blackmail.
What's the point of archive?
You know, sometimes people say that scars are there to remind you that the past is real. Mm-hmm. Same as photos on Instagram.
Okay, so if a guy goes on a date.
I'm a serial archiver. So I will archive, unarchive things like frequent.
Okay, here's a better way to say this. You go on a date with a girl, and let's say it's
I go on a date with a girl?
Come on. A guy goes on a date with a girl, and it's like the second date.
Yeah.
And 4 photos back.
Questionable.
Still has a picture of her ex.
It's questionable. I wouldn't bring it up, but it's like noted, red flag, noted. Mm-hmm. But depends. Is she somebody that posts frequent or is she somebody that posts sporadically?
You know what I would do? When she goes to the bathroom, go on her phone, delete the photo, go through all of her DMs. That's what I did on our first date.
You did not. You psychopath. I didn't even go to the bathroom on our first date.
I've never in our history looked at Taylor's texts, DMs. I don't even know the passcode to Taylor's phone.
You should.
I have no idea. If you were dead and someone's like, Max, log into her phone, I wouldn't know how to get into your phone.
My mom would. And
yeah,
so
I just can't. That's how much I went through a phase like in my life forever ago, and I was always just like, what if there's someone in there that she's inappropriately talking to? Now I'm just
never.
Like, not that I don't care, but I'm so far beyond that I'm like, she'd be the dumbest girl in the world to screw this up.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Same. Ditto.
Boom. Next question.
Okay.
We got 2 more. What is the best way to approach a girl in public?
Don't make it uncomfortable.
Give us the exact scenario. You're out with your friends. You're single like a Pringle, ready to mingle. There's a guy.
Like,
how do they come up to you?
Honestly, like walk in with confidence, not too cocky, but confidence, and not like weird and awkward, and be like, hey, like I saw like you're out with your girls. Like, what are y'all doing? What are you here for? Also, like start by saying like, hey, I'm Alex. My name is
Who the fuck is Alex?
I don't know. I was gonna say Jacob because I was thinking.
Who's Jacob?
I was thinking of Twilight, like Jacob and Edward, and I was like trying to think of men names. That's the first thing that came up to me was like a wolf.
Okay.
But like be like, hi, I'm Jacob. Like what are you guys out for? Like what's y'all's plans tonight? Like just have a casual conversation with the girl. Casual.
Do you think that the guy should know in probably the first 15 seconds of interaction if that girl? Because I'm assuming you would immediately, you would base, do I want to continue this conversation based on the attraction between the two?
Yeah.
So like within like you're turned around. I saw you from a bar. I come up. I should know within the first couple seconds of like, does she think I'm attractive enough to continue to talk?
With her body language and just that whole atmosphere, you will know. I would not say first 15, but like the first 30 seconds, you will know if a girl's interested in you because she'll be leaned in a little bit more closer. Like she won't kind of make that awkward, like to have a conversation. It's a little bit more
maybe
stressful.
A little of this.
No.
You're so funny.
No girl does that. But it's like she's not trying, like you can tell like when I'm having a conversation with somebody and I'm kind of done having that conversation, I'm like trying to move from that conversation, I start to pull my body away and like turn around back to where my friends were going. So if she starts to do that, no go. But if she's kind of leaned in, a little bit more interested in you, like making eye contact, having that conversation with you, be casual. Maxx literally did not flirt with me, did not try anything with me. It was just casual with me, had a conversation, talked to me about certain things. Like we were just chatting and whatnot. And I was interested. I was like, oh, like I can't say I was interested then, but I was like intrigued to have a conversation with him. Enough to like go on a date the next day and have a date with him. I
was just so suave when I went out to Taylor. Hey, what's up? My name's Maxx. I'm drunk. You want to take a shot? All right, final question. This is actually the biggest one. Why do girls go to the bathroom together?
Security.
Because guys don't go to the bathroom together.
Security. I don't know.
That's the first thing you would say?
Yeah. Just make sure.
What are you worried about happening in the bathroom?
You never know. Men are crazy. People are crazy. So you never know. So
the first thing that came out of your mouth is safety.
Yeah.
That's why you go to the bathroom with girls?
Yeah.
That's not
we live in a bad time.
I mean, that's a good answer. Like
we live in a bad time, but like also like it's a time to like talk to your girlfriends. Like maybe
while you're sitting down peeing.
Most of the time we're not peeing.
You're not actually going to the bathroom. What are you doing in there?
Touching up.
You're just talking about the boys.
You could be talking about the boys, but a lot of times, like, I'm like, I want to make sure, like, say you're at a club, you're a little hot, a little sweaty. You want to make sure your hair looks good, your face looks good, your eyelashes aren't falling off. Thank you. But it's just like, it's time with your girls.
Interesting. And you go in there of like, how do we get away from these guys?
Yeah, basically. Like, it's like me and Paige, like, that's our thing. Paige, Mona, and I, when we'd go out, we use each other to get out of situations.
See, girls, it's like, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. Like, do you want to come? The girl would clearly be like, you could interrupt their conversation. Like, okay, yeah, I'll go. Guys, it's like, hey, Christian, I'm going to the bathroom. Want to go? No, I don't need to go. But hey, come to the bathroom. Why would I go to the bathroom with you? I don't need to go. Leave me alone.
It's a good way to cop out like a girl talking to a guy and she doesn't want to. You know, a girl's interested in you if she
holds her pee.
Well, not if she holds her pee, but if her friend's like, hey, you want to go to the bathroom with me? And she's like, no, like I'll see you later. There's a reason. But there's been
and then the girl will be like, hey, bitch, I said, do you want to go to the bathroom with me?
I know. But like Mona and I have used each other as like cop outs of like, so guys stop talking to us. And I'm like, that's my girlfriend. Whoa. There's been times where people have been like, oh, that's really hot. And I'm like, leave me alone type situation. But
okay.
Yeah.
Girls, well, I hope
girls use girls as escapes.
I hope you cleared up a lot of stuff that guys wanted to know. And I think that was a very informative part of it.
I hope so. Anything else?
Well, actually, my last question is there anything that you want to ask me? I'll give you the platform. You can ask me one interview question.
One? No, more than one.
Because we want people to want more. We don't give them everything.
Okay.
Why am I so cool? Well, when I was a kid. What do guys do with boners out in public?
Yeah, what do you do with boners out in public?
You flip it up in your waistband.
I thought so.
Yeah. Unless you're wearing like a bathing suit, then you're like, I'm gonna go to the ocean. And then if everyone's like, hey, we're going in, I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit.
Has there ever been? No, we're not gonna ask that.
Okay. Come on, the people are waiting.
I know. I'm thinking you threw me on the spot here.
I know. Come on, hit me. Hit me.
You're scaring me. Please stop. I know like we talk about our relationship and like why you're so happy in our relationship and whatnot, but what was like your deciding factor of like, you know, because you could have been like, we could have gone on our first date and like just like it been like a date and like one done, whatever. What was what was your mindset like, and what helped change your mindset of being like, you know what, I want to be in a relationship with this girl?
I said it in my, the first time how we like, what made me so intrigued after our first date. But I think you just exuded this. I'm not like I don't know if hippie is the right word, but like you exuded this energy.
Yeah.
That I just have never felt before, because I've gone on dates, attractive women.
So you're saying I'm better than every other.
Yes. People that I get along with, people that like, I guess in the initial phases, it's like, are you attracted to the person? Do you have, relatable interest? Do you get along? Yes, yes, yes. It's like, oh, well, you should continue that. There's plenty of times that I wouldn't continue it because I'm just like, I don't know what it is, but that's not it.
Yeah.
They check all the initial first date boxes, I guess, to go on a second, and I DGAF.
Okay.
With you, it's just like everything. Your smile, the way you talked about like your answers, the way that we were able to just sit and not, when I talk with David and, he gives all of his dating advice, and he says one of the things which I agree on is like, hey, after the first drink, you should like, hey, let's go to another bar and like change up the environment. And that enables you to then we can go back to my
Makes
place.
It interesting.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't need to pull out any of the cards with this girl. Like we can just talk outside this Mexican restaurant for 4 hours. And, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things that everyone all along, I made a video like a week or 3 weeks before we met. And then I was like, I'm just not able to give my time to any girl, because I want to be able to give them the attention they deserve. And I feel like it'd be selfish for me to try to get in a relationship right now. And as soon as I met you, I was like, I can make it work. I can do everything. And I think that, the fact that we wanted to hang out continually, and then really something that stood out to me super early on was after our third date in the first week, you said, okay, it's like my turn to go plan. And you wanted to go to Galveston. You're like, let's take your dog and let's go to the beach and let's go like take him out on the beach. And I was like, that's so cute. That's so like thoughtful.
And
like,
now we're part of a biker gang.
Yeah. And we went out to Galveston, and it turns out it was the weekend of like Biker Fest. And there was like 4,000 motorcycles of like big people in like Harleys and leather jackets. They were all like, oh my God, it's a cute golden doodle. But that was really something that stood out to me. As little of that, it wasn't just, normally every time I go on dates, it's just like, all right, like, let's go to a bar, let's go to get some food, and then go to a bar. Let's drink. And I was like, I had never in the middle of the day gone to a beach with a girl ever.
It was
in my
a
entire
day
life.
date.
And it was great. We sat there, and it was, yeah.
Okay. So now what's your 5-year plan?
You get one question.
No, I'm keep going.
I don't really have a 5-year plan.
Like, what's next for you? What do you want to do?
I want to continue. My answer to all of this is I just want to continue to elevate everything that I'm doing. I think one of my biggest struggles is working on improvements in a lot of areas that I think I don't necessarily think I lack in them, but I think it's something that I can definitely improve on. In business,
self-aware. Yeah,
in business, it is being a leader. I keep always talking about that, but being a leader and being a boss and incentivizing and growing a team and making people feel a part of something, and the culture is something that is so unbelievably difficult that I just never planned on that being a part of like my future. And now it is. And as we continue to grow and maintaining those relationships. And the biggest thing that's the most difficult about it is because I still have this social media max that I have to like think about myself and my social media presence and personality. Because if I stopped doing all of that and I only focused on business, I think I could do a better job. But because I'm so like caught up in me, that it pulls me all these different directions. And like, that's why I'm like away from like a lot of people. And I'm just like, hey, I just need people to get their shit done.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh shit, no, people need like, not like direction, but they need to feel a part of something. Yeah. And so that's something that's big. And then on a personal level, something that you shine with that I'm trying to improve, and you've helped me a lot indirectly without actually, talking about it, is patience and empathy. Yeah. Because I I'm very quick to get frustrated in situations if they aren't happening the way that I expected them to or want them to, or if the path needs to, go left instead of going right.
Yeah.
And then empathy of just feeling empathetic towards situations and people and understanding of just because I maybe am able to handle emotions in situations where I can just cut them out, whatever, it's not a big deal. And other people aren't like that. And for me to understand that people aren't like me and can just quickly move on from things or quickly block parts of their life or not let certain things affect them like I can, or I can just put this door where like it lives inside of me, but it's behind this door that I'll never open again. And I can like I've always wanted to say this. Compartmentalize.
Yes.
I can compartmentalize emotions, and just talking with you and you being very empathetic about people's feelings.
Yes.
I want to work on that.
I think it's very self-aware of you to understand and know all of these things. And especially the leadership, I've seen you grow and kind of be this leader, and like you've blossomed, you're still blossoming into this beautiful thing. And it's great to see. And with emotions and what you've been through in your life, it is hard. There's a lot of times where I can put up walls and block people out, but I know at the end of the day, that doesn't make me feel good. And being able to understand other people's emotions are very important. So I think it's good that you're able to do that. Do you think that this role of leadership has added stress to you in any way?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, 100%.
But you said, there's things though, like I think one of the things I've taught you is that like you can never control the things that happen to you. Like it's like you can't focus on those things that you can't control because it's going to happen regardless, with you, without you, no matter what. And being able to roll with the punches is incredibly important, especially as a leader. And it's really cool as your girlfriend to kind of see you. Like it's hard sometimes. It is like, because I tell Max I'm very empathetic. I feel everything he feels. Like even when he says he's not feeling something, I know what he's feeling internally. And it's cool to watch you navigate this like path that you're on, because it is a new path. It is hard, and it's kind of cool to see. And I think you being a leader inspires other people, like no matter what you do, and you feel like you aren't bringing people around and like making people feel a part of something, but you have kind of built this whole culture that is like unlike anything else.
We're trying out here. It's tough. It's hard out here for a pimp, but you're
a good boss.
We're doing it.
You're a good boyfriend.
Boom.
Yeah.
I guess with business and stuff, it's there's a lot of expectations of what people expect from me. And I guess living up to expectations and always raising the bar and always improving and always doing this. And we live in this world where everyone is like trying to not necessarily one up everyone, but everyone's like, if you're not,
you feel like you have to meet a certain level of status.
I have to be when I say growing, I don't mean like business revenue. I mean, you just have to be starting something new, growing this business, whatever, succeeding 300% every year, because like you're in this squad, and I love it. It's just like, sometimes it's just a lot.
The like, what is it? You are the like equivalent to the people you spend time with.
Some of the people you surround yourself with.
That's exactly the words. You took the words right out of my mouth. But it's so good to see you doing this, and I love it. And it's hard being a girlfriend that like does like sits on the sidelines and watches it, because there's times where I'm like, I just want to help you so badly, but I want you to do it yourself and figure it out. Well, I'm always there for guidance.
You've been more of an aid to everything that I do, significantly more than you know.
Good communication skills.
You have.
Thank you for my degree. Sam Houston, I'll take that.
And what's next for you?
For me, I think, I don't even know. I'm just continuing on my career in modeling. I had mentioned Sports Illustrated. The casting opens soon.
I'm pushing Taylor to do this. I mean, she keeps talking about it.
It's something I've always wanted. And the casting opens soon. I need to make my video and do the entry and whatnot. And
I told her I'd help. I'd get my team involved. I mean, everything.
So it's going to be a big deal. It's something I want to do. My biggest thing for me, I'm very self-aware in this fact that I allow fear of failure.
Well, I would imagine if is it because you won Miss Texas that you feel if you enter something and don't
I think I've been put on this pedestal my whole life.
I can imagine that.
That I can't fail. Like I'm not allowed to fail. And so when I do fail, it freaks me out. I don't like it. And so like why I never started YouTube or never did a podcast, or like I have mentioned I have a podcast, I have a name, I have everything I want to do. I have Maxx who will support me 100%, but I'm so scared of failing.
I agree with that. It's, I think people applaud my podcast because it's successful. I want to start like the gaming thing, but I'm like, it's kind of like people applaud my YouTube. Great. But then now because I hit the peak of my popularity on it and it's declined a little bit. I'm very self-aware of that. You start seeing the comments of you're falling off, you're doing this, you're falling off. If I want to start a gaming channel, if it doesn't pop off, there's going to be people that are like, this is dumb. This is dumb. But it's only when you succeed, people are like, I knew you had it in you.
Yeah, but people always will say it's dumb, even when you are succeeding.
Honestly, those people can suck it.
Suck it.
Boom.
Boom.
And I think leave your comments down below. I keep pushing Taylor to start. And here's something how I love you is that I said that I never in a million years would want a social media girlfriend who also does YouTube or vlogs or whatever. But maybe I think multiple vlogging might be a little difficult. But I keep pushing Taylor to do like a makeup beauty. Like
a Tati.
Yeah.
I watch Tati every day
shout
while I
out
get ready.
Tati Westbrook. I hear your voice every day when Taylor's getting ready in the morning. And I keep, pushing you. I think doing like the makeup thing and talking about, not only are you gorgeous, you're great at what you do with your makeup, you're very articulate with your vernacular. And
thank you.
I think you would do great on it.
I just want it to be a good time for everybody. I have a lot to give.
It's going to be. Leave a comment down below if you made it to the end, if you think Taylor should start it. But that is going to wrap up the spooky Halloween episode number 24 of Don't Be Sour. If you're unaware of Miss Taylor Kessler, I'm going to put her Instagram down in the description. Make sure you go follow her. All of my socials will be down there as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, please comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notification bell. We drop a new video every single Monday. And if you're listening on any sort of podcast streaming service, Spotify, Apple, whatever, give us a 5-star review. It helps, I think. I actually have no idea. And one day, this will be the most popular podcast in the world.
Woo!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Eat more sour strips.
And never forward.
Woof.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Actually, I'm the Joker.
Hunt it.
My ears are green.
Still. Ah! Just kidding.
I hate when I do.
Boom.
I hate when I get faked out on a fist bump. That was good.
It's so quiet in here. Duty Boo.
Hey, Duty Boo, come here. Come here. Oh, man.
He is vengeance.
Hello.
Hello, bear.
Hello.
He's looking off your white paint. I'm starving.
Let's go get some pizza.